Listen to the greenhouse before I get mad.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another edition of the Greenhouse Sports at the Buzzer. Today is a very, very, very special episode. We have a couple guests in the building today. One of the guests are from the Demigod Chronicles, podcast. Um, you do want to just present yourself and introduce yourself really quick and do that as well.
What's going on? Sasanti, aka Demigod of the Demigod Chronicles. It's actually two of us. Jay's here too.
Yo.
Yeah. Bro gave us a call. You know, we had to pull up, show love. It's all about collaboration.
You see Jalen there. Then we have another podcast jumping in today as well. Got my guy Faraz, then we got my guy Tyler over here as well. Guys, you represent yourselves and tell them where you're from.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. It's your boy Faraz, aka Young Sarif. You feel me? One half of the Hoop Plug podcast, you know what I'm saying, representing the Virgin Islands. Glad to be on here, guys. Thanks for the invite,
And it's Ty here, Stir Fry Ty on Instagram. Yep, one half of the Hoop Plug. Check us out. Excited for this. Can't wait.
And then of course, we got the greenhouse representing the day. We got Natrell in the building.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Natrell. You can follow me on Instagram at Trillionaire_00. I'm just here showing love to all the people with their podcast.
I got to shout out my coaches this week. Got Coach AJ in the building. Got Coach Reek in the building today. They ready too, man. They ready. So, guys, is it? I want to kick it off with a little mix up today. I was recently watching Club Shay Shannon Sharp. He was interviewing Adrian Peterson, and I never really realized how much work that Adrian Peterson put in over the years, and how close, but how far he is from the leading rusher spot, which is held by Emmitt Smith with 18,467 yards, I believe it is. He's a little bit over 4,000 yards away. So I just wanted to get some of you guys' perspective on it. We know he had in 2014, he had a personal situation that led him to being suspended. The following season, I believe in week 3, he tore his ACL, which ended up, ending his season. So in the total, he probably missed around 30 games in total between the two seasons. And that was in his prime. So my question to you guys, do we believe that Adrian Peterson can actually take over that number 1 spot as the leading rusher, surpass Emmitt Smith? I'm going to start off with Asante.
Well, first off, I want to say that I'm biased because that's my favorite running back.
There we go.
So that was one of my Christmas gifts. But yeah, AP, him and Reggie Bush, they definitely like the reasons why I started like at that position. I think AP has the capability to do it, but I don't think that he's gonna be in a system where they're really gonna give him that chance. I feel like I could pretty much compare the end of his career to like how like Chris Johnson's was. Like he was still a great back. Everybody knew he was still dominant, but just him being older was just a reason to not give him as many touches or anything like that. Him coming back from tearing his ACL and setting a record, him setting records when he was younger. I think that given the right circumstances, he could do it. Honestly, I may be a little biased, like I said, because that is my favorite player ever. But if he has like 4 years where he could chip away, you get a little bit closer. But as far as him like putting up like a crazy season like he did before, I don't know if he still has that in him because as you get older, your body starts to change, and that definitely shows on the field. But I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah, he could do it.
Okay. Then we're gonna jump over to Jalen.
I believe that
I want to say he does, but I want to say he can, but then again, I don't, because at the end of the day, there's a saying, Father Time is, you feel me, is undefeated. Um, Granted, you know what I'm saying, he has his injuries, and how old is he? 30,
37, I believe.
yeah, 37. So he has to rush for about, if he wants to get it before he's 40, he has to rush for about 15 to like 13 or 1500 yards every year. And I don't believe that's capable. He's capable of that at this age, especially at this time when there's a bunch of young running backs that's in the league right now. And he will be a backup. He's not the bell cow that's going to get the 20 to 25 to 30 carries a game. You know what I'm saying? He might see 10 to 12, 15, 18 at the most. He's not going to touch the 20 to 25 carries a game. So I'm going to go out and say no.
Okay. Let's jump over to Latrell.
I really don't think AP has any shot at getting that number one spot. Really, because if you look at the place that he at right now, I just can't see him, like Jalen said, being a primary spot on the offense. And running backs, they really don't last that long in the league. So I just can't see him getting that much touches. And he's old, like y'all say, he's old. He's not gonna be able to run with the same efficiency like he did when he was younger. Um, he's a power back too. There's not too many of them power backs anymore in the league. That's not really a style too much no more. When you look at it, you got people like Kamara, Le'Veon, people with speed. So, and then where he at, there's really no line. So I can't really see him getting space to do anything. I don't know how far back he is on yards, but I just think unless he within a couple thousand, I can't see him doing it. I just don't. I don't think it's realistic.
Okay. Jump over to Tyler.
Yeah, man, I think y'all hit it. Like, running backs don't usually go out gracefully. That's not how it ends for running backs. They're in car accidents every play. They're not gonna get that Jared Dudley role where they get to play on a good team, come and get them bench minutes. Like, that's not what's happening with Adrian Peterson. He's gonna fall off a cliff. I hate to say it because Adrian Peterson, I mean, look at the highlights he used to have. He was probably all our favorite running backs coming up. But to see him do this, and I think Asante said if he had the situation, he probably could, but he's not gonna have that situation. He's not gonna get a chance to be a bell cow ever again. So it's a no for me.
Okay, for us.
Yeah, so before I touch on whether I think he could do it or not, then we gotta shout out AP, like, the tragic personal situation he went through, and then to go to the injury that he went through and the comeback that he did. So again, we touched on the running back. The running back is one of the least durable positions in the NFL. It's not like you're gonna get, a Tom Brady every season, someone going to 40, 43, 40, whatever at that age, or at that position. But with that being said, though, I think Asante kind of touched on it. AP's not going to be in a system where he's going to be able to kind of get that done. I don't think he's going to get enough touches. I think it's just more so situational for him. And then on top of that, he's at an age where, like, I think consistency is really his biggest enemy. Barring injuries, like, who's to say he's going to go out and put up 100 yards a game if he were to even be in that position? So, shouts out AP, guaranteed Hall of Famer for sure, but I don't think he'll get it by the end of his career.
Damn, I kind of feel bad because I gotta agree with you guys here. He's a little over 4,000 yards, and 4,000 yards is a hell of a way to go. That is a distance to carry a team, especially like point to Latrell, as he was saying. The Detroit Lions, they're in a rebuild stage now. They just traded away their best player, Matt Stafford, and got Jared Goff. We don't know if Kenny Galladay's staying. So there's pieces that you need in order for you to even to think that you can carry the ball or get those touches that you need. And to Jalen's point as well, I don't see him getting more than 18 touches, 15 touches. Maybe a couple catches out the backfield, but those aren't rushing yards. So it's going to be tough. I never want to count anybody out, especially with an underdog like that. This man is a robot. He came back from an ACL injury within a year and came back destroying the league. So you can never count that man out. But then again, like Tyler said, Father Time catches up to everybody. So that being said, I gotta agree with you guys. Close but no cookie. Sorry, AP. We love you. Grew up watch you, but hey, you might come in second. Hey, it's good company, but I don't think you can do it. Now let's jump into the second question that I have for you guys. It's gonna be NFL related as well. Now this question is gonna be kind of tricky for a couple of you guys. If you were to start your team in the draft, right? You have 3 positions to pick. You have wide receiver, you have defensive end, and you have safety. Your 3 choices are a rookie Ed Reed, a rookie Randy Moss, and you have a rookie Lawrence Taylor. Who are you taking? We're gonna start with Faraz.
Oh man, well you already know you put on the Giants jacket before, man. I started shouting out G-Man, baby. You already know, man.
Come
So the
on,
choice
man.
is easy, man. I'm going with LT, dog. Homie got rings. You feel me? He's a hoffer. Like, dog, it's LT. Like, need I really say anymore? It's a short answer, but that's what I'm going with. Shit.
Hey, you see everybody wearing them earrings now. Where you think it started from, baby? That one
Come
cross, where you
on.
think that came from? That drip came from somewhere, baby.
You going from
Tyler.
Giants? You going from Giants fan to Giants fan? So the answer's staying the same here. LT,
You know what I'm saying?
easy choice right there. I mean, this one is kind of dictated by the position though. Wide receiver, safety. Obviously, those are valuable positions. But if you're talking about a defensive end, that's a guy that could impact the game by himself. No assistance needed. So LT.
All right, jump over to Trell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way from all y'all. I'm just the offensive kind of guy. I like to put the points up on the board. I'm a little biased too because I'm a Patriots fan, but I'm going Randy Moss. It just you never seen nothing like him. LT is different too, but you ain't never gonna see something like Randy Moss for a long time. That's just how I'm feeling.
All right, Jalen.
Sadly, I'm an Eagles fan. Offensive guy. Listen. I'm an Eagles fan. We fly high, baby. But I'm an offensive guy. But if I'm a GM and I have to pick somebody that's going to change my whole team, I have to go with Lawrence Taylor, man. Like Tyler said, a defensive end can change the game, could dominate a game by itself. And we've seen that recently with Khalil Mack, even a defensive lineman and, interior defensive lineman with Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying? We've seen that. So granted, Randy Moss is great, Ed Reed is great, but if I'm a game changer, if I want to go with game changer and I want to win some games, we'll go with LT, man.
Okay. We're gonna go over to Asante.
All right, once again, I'm gonna be a little biased because I'm an ex-Vikings fan. I don't really got a team no more, but I'm gonna go with Randy because he's just. I mean, especially if we're speaking from the point of view of like not knowing what these guys are really able to do. Randy Moss, he was just like, bro, he's like a delivery system for the ball. Like you put it up, he gonna go get it wherever it's at. And just his story, and like how hard he worked, where he came from. You feel me? In fucking West Virginia, like he is really, I feel like one of the epitomes of like, not being able to go like the right way and, getting it back together and picking it up. And like I said, he's the only person out of all those people that you named where his name is literally a verb. So I think that speaks for itself on its own. You never tackled anybody and said I LT'd anybody, and you never called a pick and said I just readed it. So, I'm gonna go with Randy Moss.
Yeah, shout out to Marshall football. Shout out to the Herd. I know a couple guys out there, man. Shout out to those guys. I gotta go with Ed Reed on this one. I gotta go with Ed Reed. I gotta go Ed Reed. When you think about safeties, especially rookies, so you drafting rookies coming out of the U, come on, dog. Come on. These dudes was balling. What they had, it was 21 draft picks in the 3-year span that they 21, bro, that is crazy. Most of them defensive guys. And then the safety position, I don't think there's anybody smarter than Ed Reed, bro. It's nobody with that instinct. He's literally a quarterback on the defensive side of the football. He knows how to read the offense as well as a quarterback can read the defense. He can flip his hips. He got great hands. He can return the football. He can block. He can do everything. Anything you need from a safety, Ed Reed can do it. So for me, I personally got to take Ed Reed. I'm sorry. I know I'm a Giants fan to the death. LT the GOAT. I don't care what nobody said. LT the GOAT, greatest defensive end of all time. But I got to take Ed Reed if I'm building the team. Now we're gonna start off with the trial this time, but the question I have, which is gonna be last question, for the tip-off round, and we're gonna switch over to the NBA on this one. If you're taking a big man instead of NFL, if you're taking a big man in the draft, you have 3 choices. You have Embiid, you have Jokic, and you have DeAndre Ayton. Who are you taking as your big man? Not as your centerpiece, but as a big man. You could put him. You could take him off the bench. You could use him as a 6-man. However you want to use him in your rotational pieces, you can use him. But who are you taking as your big man?
I'm taking Jokic, and I'm taking Jokic pretty much because he got a better. Even though Embiid got the stats, he got a better all-around game than Embiid and DeAndre. And you're seeing that this year with the stats. And Embiid, he did play. Him and Embiid played about almost the same playoff game. So experience is not even a thing. Embiid did get to the conference finals, but they got about the same playoff games under their belt. So just being versatile, I'm gonna just take Jokic. And he do more for his team than Embiid.
Okay. We're gonna jump over to Jalen.
I'm gonna have to go with Jokic too, man. The Joker, man. He's incredible. For him to be that I don't even know. He's not athletic at all, but the kid can play basketball, bro. The kid can play some basketball, bro. Like to have how many double-doubles? 47 in his career. That's crazy. As a center, as a 6'11", 7-foot center, to have that many triple doubles. Triple doubles, and you know what I'm saying, and the stuff that he does, like the things that he does for the Nuggets is crazy. You know what I'm saying, and I've seen him take over games. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Nikola Jokic, man.
Okay. Let's jump over to Asante. I got a feeling I know his answer on this one.
I'm not going front. I'm staying where everybody at right now. Jokic, bro, that Euro ball is different. Like I just feel like, especially for the big man position, a lot of those guys that play like Euro ball, like they just, I don't know. I feel like they built different, bro. And when you look at Embiid, and honestly, like that boy could ball, but just seeing him walk, like you could just tell like his body gonna, eventually over time start giving up on him. And Ayton is nice. But Jokic, I feel like he brings all factors. Like he can shoot. He's a great passer. He's a great teammate. He sets really good on-ball and off-ball screens. He knows how to create space. He knows how to move without the ball. And I feel like, he has like that edge to him. A lot of the guys come over, to the US and they play with, that edge, because you see with Luka, like they've been playing with grown men since they were 13, 14 years old. So when they come here, they feel like they have to, really overcompensate and show that they can ball here, because you see in with Porzingis when he was drafted that people wasn't happy about that. So I feel like it's always going to be that, they're gonna carry that chip on their shoulder, and they're gonna want to, you know, I don't know, they're gonna want ball. So I'm gonna go with Jokic.
Okay. We're gonna go over to Tyler.
Dante, you talking about all around an edge? That's got to be Joel Embiid, man. That's the guy with the real edge. He's coming at people on Instagram after the game. It doesn't even stop on the court. Jokic is the safe pick. Yeah, he's the best offensive player. You're talking about the passing. He's like a point center, the first one we've seen probably. But Embiid is the best all-around NBA player out of these three, especially when you're talking about the guy that's in the MVP rankings up there with LeBron. I mean, obviously Jokic is up there too. But the thing that makes this question hard is that you're saying you're building out a team and you don't know who else is on the roster. Because if I have a point guard, that means I probably don't want Jokic because he needs the ball in his hands. I might go with Ayton. But the only reason I'm not going to choose Joel Embiid is because he's always injured. I can't trust that man, especially in the playoffs. So I'm going to have to go with Jokic too.
Okay, for us.
All right. So I'm an honorable mention, Joel Embiid, the process, you feel me? If this was 20, 30 years ago, I think the choice would undoubtedly be Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is a bully. The dude is a bucket. You know what I'm saying? The dude is in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting love. He's in a bigger market, that kind of thing. But I'm gonna have to go with Jokic, bro. Like, let's keep it a buck. The Sixers are a better overall team. You know what I'm saying? And Jokic does more and brings this Nuggets team to a further place every year than the Sixers do. Like, let's keep it a buck. Everyone remembers how Joel Embiid went out last year to the lowly Heat. Granted, Ben Simmons was gone, but my boy Joel Embiid was on the side crying. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, just to keep it a buck, Joel Embiid is a beast. There's no doubting him, you know what I'm saying? But he has a better team and they lose every year. Whereas, you know what I'm saying, the Nuggets, I feel like the potential is so much higher. It's like the Sixers, we have these expectations for them that they're never going to reach. But with the Nuggets, it's like every expectation that we set for them, these guys are going through that ceiling by a lot. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like Jokic has been able to help guys like Gary Harris and Jamal Murray really like step into that elite type role. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to go with Jokic for sure.
Okay. I can dig it. Personally, I think I gotta take Jokic. Because his IQ, I believe, is so much higher than other guys, than DeAndre Ayton and Embiid. And honestly, you could put Jokic in any situation, any lineup, and he's gonna be effective. As far as Embiid, I honestly, that's my personal opinion. I don't trust him at the free throw line. I don't trust him at the 3-point line either when it comes to clutch times in fourth quarter. He doesn't really have a great shot selection. And then when it comes to DeAndre Ayton, he's basically a more athletic, well, not more athletic. He's a younger Dwight Howard, in my opinion, at this point in his career. So you can't do much with DeAndre Ayton. Like you said, Jokic is more versatile. So I got to go with the Joker on this one. With that being said, hey, Coach.
Wait, Drake.
Hey, Coach.
Before you move on, I'm gonna say something that's probably controversial, but I really believe this. Like, and y'all gotta take time to think about this when we get off. But I think Jokic is better than AD. For real.
I beg your pardon?
What about defense?
Hey.
Your pardon? The AD?
Yeah.
Yo, if we're going there, then I'm gonna say Julius Randle is better than AD, dog.
It's-
This season that he's having, dog.
Listen, it though. That's
Yo.
Just because he dropped 44 for us does not mean he beat the AD. Come on.
I'm capping, but
I just don't see enough out of AD for real. I really don't. Lately,
All right,
I
so
haven't
this-
seen.
Does anybody want to rebuttal that? I see the world champion sweater, Jalen. I see it there. Does anybody want to rebuttal that?
I feel like he got something to do, so he's trying to go on the bench real quick. That's why he said that.
No, this is something that AD do that Jokic can't do besides block shots. What have he did on his own that Jokic haven't done this season or the season before that? Who will LeBron get farther with, AD or Jokic?
I would say
AD.
Jokic doesn't have handle like AD.
I'm gonna make
Jokic
a
does
say a
not
hot
have
take.
handle like AD.
He ain't got handled. You crazy?
AD was a point guard that accidentally turned into a big man. You gotta remember that, bro.
He had a big ass growth spout.
Yeah,
Yeah, he went crazy.
that boy grew like 10 inches.
They say he came back to school the next year. He was 6'9". Niggas like, what happened?
Yeah, his pops said he had to
He
change
was
his bed
6'2".
twice
He was
over
like
the summer.
6'1".
His team
Yeah,
only
that
had
was
4
crazy.
wins.
He had to change his bed twice over the summer. That's OD. He couldn't fit on it.
Twice over the summer. Wow. At that point, bro, sleep on the floor.
Exactly. If you get some newspaper.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
But yo, Natrell, you said what's one thing AD got that Jokic don't got?
Yeah, besides blocking shots. He can't dribble though, so I'm just saying.
He said. nah, I'm playing.
Yeah, you got the king though. Come on.
No, nah, you're right though. He's lucky he got LeBron there for sure. That's no doubt. That's
Yeah.
no doubt. I can't disagree.
Okay. Any rebuttals? Everybody's good? All right. With that being said, hey coach,
What up?
we got to sit somebody on the bench.
Going to the bench.
We got to sit somebody on the bench. As I look at the rotation, I see a couple defensive pieces that I need on the floor. And I see a couple offensive pieces I need on the floor as well.
Who's the defensive liability?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Hey, Sante.
Oh,
Hey, big dog. Hey,
he already muted, so you know.
we're good. Hey, I'm gonna just sub you out real quick. You know.
Gotta hit the bench, boy.
Yeah, just got hit the bench. That's all. You still on the squad, you know. Just gotta sit you on the bench. It's all right. Now we're gonna jump into the next round here. We have Gatorade or water, which is a buy or sell segment. Excuse me. Now with this question I have for you guys is gonna be kind of tricky because I kind of believe there's no right or wrong once you pick this, but in my opinion, Gatorade or water. If AD, if his Achilles, well, his calf injury, which is sidebar, which is they're using the same verbiage that they use with KD's injury, which is kind of scary. Because when you have a calf injury and you have a previous Achilles injury or foot injury, that starts to get a little scary. So hopefully he's all right. You never want to see anybody get hurt or injured. So hopefully he's all right. But Gatorade or water? Tell me if it's Gatorade or water. If AD can't play for the remainder of the season, or they decide to sit him out, is the Lakers team still a top 2 seeding team in the West? Gatorade or water? We're gonna start off with Faraz.
Damn, it took me a second to think about it. I also gotta show respect. These men just want a ring, but if I'm keeping it a buck, I'm buying, because you got LeBron, you added pieces in Dennis Schroeder. You know what I'm saying? You got a better supporting unit, I think, this year than you did last year. And again, let's keep it a buck, right? LeBron's 37. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the league however long he's been in, but the guy is still, you know, number 1 player in the NBA. Some people argue too, but he's still Bron. You feel what I'm saying? He got it. And there's a certain level, just forget about the play that he brings, but there's a certain level of expectation he sets for the team around him. And I think that in itself brings up everybody's level of play. With that being said, though, for the regular season, you got to play just as many bad teams as you do good teams. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that they'll get lucky in that regard. It's not like you're playing, you know, the top 5 teams in the West 10 times in a row, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm a buy. I think it's going to be tough, but I think they are a top 2 team in the West for sure.
Okay, let me go over to Tyler.
That's Gatorade. I'm buying that as well. I mean, look at it. We're like 4 games away from the All-Star break, halfway point in the season, and the Lakers are a top 2 seed right now. Obviously, LeBron is still going ham, not slowing down anytime soon. This man is almost leading the league in minutes, I believe. Like, he's playing overtime games back to back to back, and still balling out. So as long as they got that guy, they got enough support. I mean, Taylor Horton Tucker just waiting for his opportunity. That might mean more minutes for him. The man looks like a problem. Kuzma might be a problem too. So I think they're still going to hold on to that top 2 seed.
Okay. We're gonna jump over to Terrell.
Yeah, I'm agree with everybody else. I think they could hold the top 2 seed, but I think that top 2 seed is kind of overrated though, for real. Because if you look at them and the Clippers, who else do they got to beat in the West? What Utah or Phoenix? Like it's really nothing there. But if they was in the East, they would not get that top 2 seed. They wouldn't even be top 4 without AD. And I'll say that because in the West, they could get top 2 easy because they got people to back up AD if he is out. They got Montrez Montrez. They got Kuzma, he could rebound. He can't score, but he could rebound. They got Marc Gasol, even though he's getting old, he could get rebounds. He could do the basic jobs that AD do. They just gonna have to look for everybody else to add the scoring, but they could still keep the level of play and be at the same level of play they at right now without AD. That's what I believe.
Jalen.
As y'all all can see, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be biased with it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm a big LeBron fan. I know my boy's gonna hold it down. And like everybody said, the supporting cast is way better this year. Taylor Horton Tucker, he's just waiting. He's waiting his turn, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that this is going to be his time to show everybody, who he is. Montrezl Harrell is going to be big. Marc Gasol, Alex Caruso too. Coach Vogel even said it. Like he said, Alex Caruso was a secret weapon last year. Now you got Taylor Horton Tucker, who is a secret weapon this year. And I believe that this team is definitely going to be top 2, and I believe they're going to be number 1. We know how LeBron gives it up. So that's all I got to say, man. LeBron, I know how LeBron give it up. That's it.
Okay, so everybody took Gatorade. Everybody bought, except for the trail. I can see both perspectives. I can see both sides of it. Honestly, I'm gonna have to take the Gatorade as well. I'm gonna have to buy that as well. I think to everybody else's point, once LeBron actually gets to that point where he locks in, everybody else is instinctively gonna lock in as well. Especially when you have some of those players on the team who been on that championship team last year. Everybody's just gonna fall into the mold of being champions, being on the championship team, caliber team, and being what a champion is supposed to be. I think everybody would just fall under that, and actually showed some of that grit and that toughness that everybody has. Because if we look at the way the team is built this year, I believe they're tougher mentally than they were last year. You got Dennis Schroeder, who's a dog. You got Montrezl Harrell, who's out. This man, he played like he got rabies. He's crazy. Then you still got Morris coming off the bench, who's a dog as well. Caruso, he could be an X factor at any point in time. THT is an X factor. So you got guys who can actually go out and do things, and then you got Kuzma who's falling into his role. He's finding his niche within the team, which I love to see because he's been an offensive rebounding like monster lately. These past couple of weeks, he's been going crazy on the glass. Put back dunks. He's getting these rebounds over these 7-footers, bringing the ball down, kicking it out, getting these assists. He's not really worried about scoring the ball as much as he was his rookie and his sophomore year. This guy was just pulling from any point in time. So I see the growth in some of these guys on that team. Excuse me. So I gotta go Gatorade on this one. Now we're gonna go over to baseball on this one. This might shake you guys up a little bit. RP to the GOAT. First, let me first say that Hank Aaron, RP to the GOAT. All right, is Gatorade or water? Deion Sanders or Hank Aaron? Which one is the how can I say, the most impactful African American who's played for the Braves? Are we taking Deion for Gatorade, or is he water, or are we taking Hank Aaron for Gatorade and water? Most impactful as a cultural icon, not player, because we know the answer for that one. We're gonna start off with Jalen.
I'm gonna go with Hank Aaron, Gatorade on that. I'm buying it because he was African, one of the first African Americans, you know what I'm saying, to do this baseball stuff, other than Jackie Robinson, Satchel Paige, and everybody like that. So, you know what I'm saying, from a cultural aspect, I'm gonna say, Hank Aaron. Does he still lead he still have the most home runs no, Barry Bonds does, right?
Yeah, I believe Barry is leading. He has asterisks, but I believe he is leading at this point.
Okay, but for him to have that statistic, for him to be that guy in history of baseball, the whole sport of baseball, I say definitely Hank Aaron more than Deion. But Deion definitely has his good things about him being cultural. But I'm gonna go with Hank Aaron.
All right, we're gonna jump over to Terrell.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it brief because I don't know too much about baseball, but shout out to Deion because he did do his thing. But I'm gonna go with Hank too and put Gatorade on that because I just heard more about Hank and the stuff he did. His name is ringing more bells in my head if we're gonna keep it to who did more for the African American culture, not who did more, but like who's more recognized. I'm gonna keep it to Hank because I just heard him more be vocal. People just project him higher, so I'm gonna just keep it to that.
All right, jump over to Tyler.
So glad we snuck in some baseball. I see some 06 Mets hanging behind you, so I'm hype about that.
You know.
All right. The key word in that question was Braves, because if you said Atlanta, this would not have been close. I mean, obviously, we know what Deion did playing football and baseball at the same time, which is crazy in itself.
Right.
And this man was prime time. Like, he was a mediocre baseball player, but if you look at his World Series stats, when it was prime time, this man hit like 400. It was crazy. I mean, that's just Deion being Deion, though. But since you said Braves and not Atlanta, I'm gonna have to go with Hank. I mean, everyone loves home run, arguably like the most exciting play in sports. Hitting a ball over outside of a stadium is just crazy in itself. And Hank Aaron did that better than anyone, man. Like Barry Bonds, you said it, the only guy that's passed him on that list, I believe, and that was with some extra help. So Hank Aaron for me, man.
For us.
So man, this is such a dope question. Again, I'm not a big baseball head, but obviously, those two names transcend the sport that they play in, right? So you got Neon Deion, dude. Tyler mentioned it. Only dude, one of the only people ever to play both professional baseball and professional football. You know what I'm saying? Dude is the only player ever in the history to play in both a Super Bowl and a World Series. You feel what I'm saying? The dude is Neon Deion. You feel what I'm saying? The dude is Deion Sanders, the guy, polarized sports in his era. But I think it's super important. We got to talk about Hank Aaron, the longevity. The man was around for 23 years. You know what I'm saying? Started out in the Negro Leagues, played all throughout the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? The man was essentially the type of things, example that he set for African Americans all over the world when it came to sports, baseball, just the type of attitude that you need to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man Hank Aaron is a legend that transcends, not only his era and not only sports, but just culture and history. You know what I'm saying? So choice is Hank Aaron for me,
Okay. I'm gonna go with Hank Aaron too. I'm running Hank. It's not too many people when you think about, especially as center fielders, not too many African Americans that you think about playing center field. And center field to me is kind of like playing quarterback in football. You got to control everything, controlling the outfield as well as the infield. Anything hit over the infield is your job to get to it. and make sure that nobody advances. So when it comes to even the defensive game, he's one of the best to ever do it as well. And for the Braves. So for me, I gotta take Hank for Gatorade, but if Dion get that love too though. Dion get that love, baby. Shout out to Dion. Shout out to Prime Time, man. Shout out to Prime Time. Now for Gatorade Water, we're actually gonna call the coaches in. Hey, coach.
Yo.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Tell Natrell he gotta sit on the bench.
Hey, Natrell, I know you listening. There's a spot right here on the bench. What's your name on it? Just need to let you know that. You can fake being frozen all you want. But
Yo, I'm dead.
Eventually.
Hey, that round was actually I like that round a lot. We all gave some interesting points and perspectives on that. But Natrell, I needed a little bit more from you, man. I needed a little bit more from you.
He shot himself in the foot. He fell on baseball.
I need some camera.
Yeah, you gotta keep that on the low, man. That's like when you walk into class, you don't say, "No, miss, I didn't know we had homework." You just you keep it on low. Hey, I forgot, but I ain't gonna tell you that.
I was trying for this, but I'm like, yeah, if you don't read the book, you ain't you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're gonna have to sit you down for this round. Now going into the next round, we got 3 final contestants. We got Jalen representing, then we got Faraz, we got Tyler representing Hoop.
You know what I'm saying?
Whole lot of representing Hoop.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's see who this might be a little unfair. This is like a handicap match right now. This is like
yo.
Like
Nah. Let me say it from now, right? Anybody who want it could get it, yo. I'm sorry, Tyler, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Dubs,
all gloves on.
you know what I'm saying?
All gloves on.
Anybody who wants it could get it. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Come at 100.
I like it. I like the energy. I like it. Let's go for the win.
Let's go.
Now we're gonna jump into the next round. It's gonna be a halftime. So for this, we're gonna go back to basketball on this. People aren't really giving Damian Lillard, his respect still. It's been years. This man has been balling for a while now. Like this man, they call him Logo Dame for a reason. This man is one of the greatest shooters in the game that we have right now, besides Steph, besides Clay. When you think about a 3-point shot, a guy who can drive to the cup, a guy who could pass the ball, who can play defense as well. He's not a bad perimeter defender by any means. I want to get your guys' perspective. Where do you rank him as far as point guards in the game right now? Is he top 5? Is he top 3? Where are we ranking him? We're gonna start off with Faraz.
Man, like I know y'all had to see the Stephen A. rant, bro. I know y'all had to see it, dog. He couldn't have worded it any better. It starts with the media. You know what I'm saying? It starts with the media. Because you got somebody night in, night out, putting up some of the best numbers in the NBA on a winning team. Why are we not talking about him? You know what I'm saying? Steph is putting up 35-5 on a team that has a 500 record. You know what I'm saying? Dame is in that conversation. You feel what I'm saying? So you said it, bro. Logo Lillard. You know what I'm saying? OKC playoff game. Bye-bye. You feel what I'm saying? Let's do Damian Lillard. And let's not even get into the fact that this man is the most loyal NBA player we've seen since the 90s. The reason why Damian Lillard doesn't get the shine that Damian Lillard is supposed to get is for one reason and one reason only. He's up in Portland on the West Coast. His games are at 11 at night. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't on national TV too much. The nearest team is a 4-hour plane ride away. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, all of that stuff aside, Damian Lillard is the truth. I'm gonna go as far as to say this man is a top 3 point guard in the NBA with no hesitation in my mind.
Okay, let's jump over to Jalen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with he's top 3, man. I'm a Damian Lillard fan too. Since 2012, the kid's been playing outstanding basketball. He doesn't make excuses. You know what I'm saying? He takes whatever gives to him and he just balls. And that's all you can ask from a kid, ask from a dude, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Logo Lillard is Dame time. He steps up to the plate. He doesn't back down from any challenges. Anybody, Russ, Kyrie, nobody. And he's one of the 2 dudes in the league that I'm giving the ball to and say, go win us the game in the last 10 seconds. He's proven that since he's been in the league, and I'm definitely putting him in my top 3 right now. And yeah, shout out Dame Lillard, man. He's one of the best. He's one of the best to do it. He's one of the greatest scorers, and for him to be 6'2" on a 6'3" on 6'2" on a good day, 6'1" really. The dude he's like that, man. Coming from a mid-major, Weber State, the kid, he's like that. So yeah, he's definitely in my top 3.
All right, jump over to Tyler.
Y'all said top 3. As long as LeBron's not a point guard, I'm going top 2. Yo, this guy is like everything you would want in a point guard. He's provided us with some of the coldest moments in the last 3 years. I mean, the endless stutter, step back, daggers. He's hitting in everybody's faces. Paul George just happened to catch a couple of them, but he's doing this on a weekly basis, bro. Like, this man is colder than cold. All right. Y'all know Dame Dollar is his work. This man deserves to be an all-star starter too. I think Steph Curry's gonna get the nod, but he deserves to be that guy starting for the Western Conference All-Star team. I had to put that in. But if you're talking about a point guard, you put him in a 6'3" frame. All right, this guy can shoot like Steph, athletic, almost like Russ, handles probably not up to Kyrie's level, but just a tier below. Like, this guy does it all. Give this man his respect.
Okay, I could dig it. I'm definitely gonna say right now in the game, right now, I'm taking them top 3. I'm saying James Harden, Steph, and Dame. Those are my top 3 point guards in the game right now. They can get their shot off at any time. Their IQ is crazy. They can pass the ball like no other. The handle is crazy. So I gotta go with Dame's top 3 for sure. I'm glad we all agree on that one, because let's give that man his flowers.
That man is in the MVP conversation all now. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah. And like Tyler was saying, like I think he should be a starter as well, All-Star game. It's been too many times where it's like, yo, what else does he need to do? Does he need to go in his Wilt Chamberlain bag and drop 100? What does he need to do?
Ross,
so
I know you switching it up, brother.
What you mean?
You said that when I was talking about AD and Joker.
Hey, you gotta be muted. Hey,
Let's go.
hey, get on the bench. Get on the bench.
We gonna
Stay on the bench.
Kept my ass off
Stay
the
on the
hot
bench.
seat, yo. Yo, kept my ass off the hot seat.
Hey, Rev, time out, Rev.
That was a Draymond Green tribute from the bench.
Stay on the bench.
Hey, yo, Peter said I gotta come off the bench.
He said Draymond Wilder from the bench. They don't love you like Kobe. They don't love you.
Yo. He said, hey, yo, P, they want me to come off the bench.
So let's jump into the next topic. And today we actually did have some great news coming from the tennis world. Serena Williams was victorious today, so she's moving on to advance into the Australian Open. I mean, hey, what more can we say about this woman?
Goated.
40 years old, had a child, came back, had a shoulder injury, had a back injury as well. And I mean, she's playing her heart out and still winning, still dominating. So when it comes to female athletes, well, let's say this. Let's not just limit it to female athletes. As far as athletes in general, where do we rank Serena Williams as one of the GOATs? Where do we put her? Let's start off with Jalen.
She's in my top three, man. And I'm gonna just say that because I look at athletes as like, yeah, you gotta look at, what the time, what they did in their time, doing this. But I look at also longevity. She's been doing this since she was 15. I want to say 16, something like that. We've seen three athletes in our lifetime that I won't say beating Father Time, but they're whooping Father Time's ass right now. Or I can't. They're
You
whooping.
good? You good?
They're whooping Father Time right now. Tom Brady, LeBron, and Serena Williams. And for her to, like you said, she had a baby, 40 years old, and she's been doing it for since we were born, since I was born, 25 years. It's crazy. She has won numerous what do you call them? The US Opens, the Wimbledon. She's won. Yeah. She's won everywhere she goes, she wins. So it's like, what I'm saying? I'm putting her as she's top three. I don't know if she's 2 or 3 because my number one is LeBron, but I don't know if she, what I'm saying? I don't know if she flip-flops with Tom Brady right now. But yeah, definitely.
Jump over to Tyler.
Yeah, man, she's up there. She's top 3 for sure. She's in that upper echelon with the Bradys of the world, the Brons, the Michaels. I mean, you can really judge how great someone is by the impact they have on the sport. And she changed how tennis is played. She brought that physical dominance part of tennis to the game. Like it was just a skill sport, or at least that's how I looked at it, was just a skill sport until you saw Serena come out and be the LeBron of her sport, like physically intimidating, just an all-around athlete.
Yeah, we go over to Faraz.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with this. I think there's 6 GOATs. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that kind of has to do with sports, right? So let me start from the bottom. I think at number 6 for me is Phelps. 5 is Usain Bolt. 4 is my guy Tiger. 3, I'm putting Serena at 3. I'm putting Tom Brady at 2, with Jordan being number 1, right? The reason why I have Serena at 3, I think it's because of the sport that she plays. There's a lot more tournaments, a lot more competitions. It's more of a single person sport, you know what I'm saying? So she has a lot more opportunity to showcase how much of a beast she really is, right? Now, with that being said, though, I think Jordan is goated. And I'm biased. Like, if I'm keeping it a buck out of major sports, Tom Brady, I think has made one of the bigger impacts. But to me, I think Jordan is the GOAT of all GOATs. It's that attitude. It's that killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? But Serena, she's top 3, bro. Serena has literally, she's done what neither a woman or a man has ever been able to do, right? You know what I'm saying? If we're just talking about coming back from a pregnancy, coming back from the type of injuries that she's come back from, and the level that she's come back, right? So she's not coming back being top 50 in the world. She's coming back and she's being number 1. You feel what I'm saying? So Serena's definitely number 3. You know what I'm saying? I think you got TB number 7, man. 7 Super Bowls, that's a lot. You feel what I'm saying? And the only reason I have Jordan goated, because we always ask that question of what if, right? So you had the 2 years that he was gone. You had the back end where they were talking about, you all saw The Last Dance. They're talking about that last season he was potentially supposed to come back for. Like, where the man would have won every championship in his decade of his prime. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So either way, Serena's number 3. She's one of the GOAT of the GOATs. And yeah.
Okay. For me, I'm putting Serena number 2. The reason I'm putting her number 2, to the point like you just made, tennis is one of those solo sports. So you got to show up and you got to prove yourself every time you step on the court. There's no playing around. Yeah, your coaches are there, but even tennis is one of those sports where you can't be coached during the game. Technically, that's a penalty in the game of tennis. So you got to be prepared. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know who your opponent is, how you need to play them. and you got to come out attacking it, and that's what she does every single time. To come off injury, to come off of pregnancy, which is, hey, we're all men, but I think we can all say that that's not an easy thing. That's not an easy thing to do. Carry a baby for 9 months and and then detach from your child to go compete and lock in mentally into a competitive mind state. I don't think that's easy at all. She's a winner. She's straight like that. She's a winner. She don't care which if it's her sister, if it's another competitor she's never met in her lifetime. She doesn't care. She's gonna go out there. She's gonna try to win. She's gonna compete. So I agree with you guys there. I think she's definitely top 3. I got her top 2, and I got Bron number 1. I got Bron number 1, Serena 2, Kobe 3.
Shots to the heart, dog. I'm waiting for you to say Jordan, bro. I'm hearing a lot. I
got put Mike. I got put Mike 4.
Okay, I mean, at least
only thing Mike did for me. Only thing Mike did for me is want to buy some shoes. That's the only thing he did for me.
Facts.
I can't necessarily disagree, but damn, that's cold.
Hey, when you talk about high flyers, all right. So we talk about high flyers. I'm taking my favorite basketball player of all time as the better dunker, Vince Carter. That's hands down. There's nobody ever who could jump higher, who could put the ball at the rim when it comes to jumping off 2 feet or 1 foot, windmills, arm in a hoop. It don't matter what it is. I'm taking Vince Carter all day. When it comes to shooting, he was never the best shooter, but he might go make his shots. Mid range, that's facts. Mid range game on lock. I can't deny that. But I do believe Kobe had a better mid range game because he had more of that. He had more of that finesse. Kobe had some skills that he put into his game that Mike wasn't able to see yet, like the Euro step, certain things like that. That side step. Mike didn't have that in his game. Not that he couldn't do it. I'm sure he probably had some type of skill like that in his arsenal, but he just, Kobe's just different. Kobe being Bron.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch on that, but I got 2 things to say. So first thing I'm gonna say is a touch on the Vince Carter thing. I never felt so old in my life as I did like 3 weeks ago, bro. I'm at the basketball court, dog. I'm hooping. Some little kids pull up. And they're talking about dunking this and dunking that and players and this and that. I'm like, yo, y'all know Vince Carter? Dude is the greatest dunker of all time. They're like, who? I said, nah, man. Who? What? Man. Dude was in the league till last year? What you mean? Who? What the? You know what I'm saying? And then the second thing that I'm going to say is this, right? The reason why MJ is the GOAT, this man is so competitive. He is so diehard, gotta win all the time. He had a camp, you know what I'm saying? And he had a challenge with Chris Paul that if this man missed a single shot, whole camp getting kicks. You feel what I'm saying? You know what MJ did? This man said, fuck them kids. This man said, I'm hitting every jumper. Ain't nobody getting free sneakers. Sorry, CP3. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the GOAT. You feel me? Like, I don't lose.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, CP, hey, I ain't gonna lie. CP would have to pay for them kicks himself too. Hey, I ain't coming on my budget.
Max, what?
Can I say something? Can I say something to what Faraz said?
Yeah, go ahead.
You say he's the best athlete, bro.
Okay. I feel like you're trying to set me up here.
Okay, let me explain what I see as an athlete. Okay, an athlete, to me, is somebody who dominates their sport, but could also go to another sport and dominate that too. So that's why I put LeBron at number 1, because LeBron dominates basketball, but that motherfucker could be a top NFL tight end or wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Serena,
Facts.
you could put Serena in a boxing ring and just teach her, techniques and all that stuff. And I believe she can, you know what I'm saying? Because how aggressive she is. I don't think Tom Brady, but you could put Tom Brady in a golf course and he could do the damn thing too. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I look at Michael Jordan as the best competitor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The best
So-
competitor ever, not athlete.
So I'd have to agree with your point. So when I say GOAT, I guess I'm just specifically referencing the game of basketball, right? That's just my
Mhm.
personal opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LeBron's got a lot of arguments for him. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I can't deny your point. LeBron was the best football player out of Ohio, best basketball player out of Ohio. Sure, if the motherfucker wanted to play volleyball, he'd be number 1 too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I can't disagree with you there. LeBron, like, let's keep it a buck. When he was on the Heat, dude was 6'8", 270, 280, one of the fastest players in the NBA, could jump the highest, the quickest. Like, the dude is someone we've never seen before. So I really, even if I was the biggest hater in the world, I could not disagree with your point. But if I'm going with greatest basketball player of all time, I'm biased, man. I'm going with Jordan, dog.
Mm.
All
Mm.
right. Hey,
We're not getting that
coach.
Jordan love, man. Hey.
Hey,
I
coach.
don't know, bro.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Hey, coach.
Yo,
Can you call Coach Reek?
yo, where's Coach Reek at?
Yo.
I know the defense is doing pretty good this week. But can you have Tyler sit on the bench real quick?
Okay.
I was
I
was oh.
Go to the bench, man.
Wait. Before we move on, I want to touch on the top athletes too. Nobody said boxers either. Nobody said Muhammad Ali nor Floyd.
I put Mike or Floyd. I'm sorry. I don't care how many.
Yeah, I'm putting Michael Jordan over Floyd. Yeah, no, I'm putting Michael Jordan over Floyd. Sorry.
Okay.
But I think Ali, no doubt, deserves to be in the conversation.
Well, of course.
No doubt,
Ali-
no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
Bill Russell,
Interchangeable. I would say he's interchangeable.
Nobody said Bill
I'll
Russell.
give him that.
The Russell is
Who?
goated too. The dude's
Bill
got
Russell.
13.
11 championships. He beat Racing.
Hey, we might as well throw
Lakers?
Robert Ory in there then. Come on. Come on, son. What are you
Not
doing?
Robert Ory. 11 is way more than 7.
Nah, we got to give Bill Russell his flowers. We got to give him his flowers. The
Definitely
dude got
gotta give Bill Russell.
the MVP
You know what? Yeah,
trophy
let's
after
do that.
him.
Let's give Bill Russell his flowers. We definitely gotta put him in that top 5. He's good for sure.
Not top
Uh,
5.
No,
maybe top 10. I gotta go top 10.
I'm
Yeah,
putting
top
him.
10,
I'm
top
putting
10.
him top 5. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do top 5. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Next week is
Okay.
gonna switch up though. Next week, yeah. Next week he back at 10. Sorry.
Wait, Drake, what?
What was that, Terrell?
Yeah.
You on the bench? You're a little far, bro.
Athletes or players you talking about, man?
Athletes all time.
Athletes. So now we got a showdown. Hey, coach, this is what we wanted to see out of this scrimmage. This is what we wanted to see. We got
Da-da-da-da.
You know what I'm saying?
versus we got Faraz. Matter of fact, Faraz, I gotta give you a little clap. I gotta give you a clap too, cause you didn't make me laugh a couple of times. I gotta give you that. I gotta give you that.
Hey, appreciate that. Yo, it's funny
uh,
because I was just about to say this is the point in the podcast where I get up close to the screen. Let's go. I'm locking down. Let's go. You know?
Hey, but Jalen is one of those players you got to be very careful around. He's a Rondo type of guy. He ain't gonna say much, but he's gonna do his job.
Calm, cool, and collective, baby. Always been.
So let's see. As we go into the overtime segment, this is gonna be rapid fire, guys. Rapid fire. So I got 2 questions for you guys to see who can take the house and claim Greenhouse at the buzzer winner for the week. Let's see who can do it. First question, rapid fire. Who are you taking? Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan. It's gonna start over with you, Jay.
I'm taking Mike Jordan, man. I'm going Mike. 6 rings, the greatest competitor in my book of all time, the greatest winner in my book of all time. He's you can't go wrong. Timmy D, nah. Okay. Slide over there, Timmy D. Let me bring the ball head guy over here.
Yo, you know what's crazy? If you had said any other player in the world other than Tim Duncan, I would have easily been like, yeah, it's Jordan. It's the GOAT. It's Jordan, the GOAT. That's his name, the GOAT. Like if you had said LeBron, I would have said Jordan. But Tim Duncan, like you guys know, is from the Virgin Islands. Dude's got 5 rings. Best power forward of all time. Dude played down the road from where I stay at right now. You feel what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I'm still picking Jordan. I just have to gas up my boy Timmy D. You feel what I'm saying? So
All right. Last question. Now this one, you gotta give me a straight up answer, y'all. Y'all gotta give me a straight up answer. Undertaker or Triple H?
who's my first to stop?
Yeah, it's not you for us.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Undertaker, son. I'm out here spitting no damn water, wearing no underwear. You feel what I'm saying? I'm wearing pants and a wife beater. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going out there and I'm making motherfuckers scared. I'm turning off the lights. When they turn back on, I'm in the ring and I'm on your ass. You feel what I'm saying? Choke slam. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with it, you know?
Listen, man. I'm gonna have to go with Taker too. Definitely gonna have to go with Taker. Only because when I was little, I got in trouble for spitting water up in the air, and when I was in like 5th grade, and thought I was Triple H because you feel me. D Generation X, that was my group, man. You feel me? Suck it, all that shit. I got in trouble.
We all
got in trouble for that too.
We all got in
You know what I'm
trouble for that.
saying?
Feel me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Taker, man. His WrestleMania record is crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna go with Taker. He held it down when I was little. Him and Kane and their battles too. So definitely got to go with Taker, man.
All right, sure. As we come to the final buzzer, we gotta select the champion, guys. So I do want to shout out you guys podcast first before I do select the winner. We got Chronicles. We got Jalen, we got Asante representing in the building. Then we got my look for us.
Come on, son. Thank you.
You
I
know you my
appreciate you
dog,
giving
right?
me the. Come
You know
on,
you my
son.
dog, right?
I feel like I've known you 20 years, son. Come on now.
You know you my dog. And we got look, Tyler Faraz. You in the building. You know you the champ, right, Faraz?
Oh, let's go.
I gotta give you that one. Y'all get a shout out. Y'all get a shout out for the week.
Oh, you see it, man.
Shout out the hoop. Shout out the hoop.
Yo, come on now. Yo,
Hey man,
all right,
shout
bro.
out the hoop.
Hoop plug, you know what I'm saying? We in the building. Hashtag put some flavor in your ear. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing around with them. Yo, but I mean, without further ado, do I get my shout out?
I just want to say this first. Tyler, how you deal with this guy, man?
Nah,
Listen,
welcome
bruh.
it, bro.
Listen, bro. When them
Don, my
podcast
boy.
numbers come in at the end of the week, it's love. You feel what I'm saying? So, nah, yo, but
And here's your FaceTime. You get your time to, shout out whatever brought your interest to this week, whether it be personal or anything that you saw in the media this week.
for sure. So first off, I have to say, bro, I went this hard because I wanted this shout out. Like I told Ty I want all the smoke because I'm getting this shout out at the end. You feel what I'm saying? So let me start off, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shout out Virgin Islands, 340, you know what I'm saying? Island of St. Croix, that's where I'm from. Shout out my mama, shout out Lil Bro, shout out my boy Stir Fry Ty, shout out all of you guys, my boy Reek, my boy AJ, my boy Andre, my boy Natrell, my boy Jalen, and my boy Asante. You feel me? That's not bad, right? All right, but yeah, so shout them out. Shout out my boy Dilly Z's. Shout out my boy Joe the Ho, aka Young Lank in the Tank. Shouts out my boy Smelly Mike. You feel what I'm saying? We out here. But nah. All jokes aside though, we had a serious political wave in the country last 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Especially the last 6 months, right? I just kind of want to touch on the Trump shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give this man any more notoriety than he already has. But like, I think it's very important that, that impeachment trial went on. I think it's very unfortunate that these men, didn't like go out and actually impeach him. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this though, and again, I don't know if it really means anything at the end of the day, but this guy, Mitch McConnell, at the end was like, yeah, like we didn't get the votes to, impeach him. But with that being said, he's morally responsible for those events that he incited at the Capitol building. And I'm gonna go a step further. This man is morally responsible for the divisiveness, the hate, the lack of just straight up love that we've had in the country the last 4 years, and at the end of the day, karma's a bitch, and if you go around fucking people over, it's gonna come back to bite you. So I just, at the end of the day, yeah, he didn't get I think what he deserved, but in the same token, I think shouts out to credibility and accountability. Excuse me, shouts out to accountability, right? So that's how I'm coming.
All right, that's love. I appreciate that. We appreciate the perspective as well, keeping it real at all times. That's what we're about. Guys, this was another rendition of At the Buzzer. You guys can catch us. Yeah, shout out to my coaches, man. Shout out to my coaches, Coach Reed, Coach AJ, sitting in the coach's box over there, keeping the game copacetic, keeping it calm.
Appreciate all the participants.
Yes, sir.
Had to bench some of y'all of us.
Appreciate
y'all. More games to come this season,
Hey, Natrell, the league will contact you about your fine.
Yeah, you was trying to get on the court when you was on the bench.
There's a quick technical right there, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, that's why we had to bring Coach Reek in this week. Somebody doing suicides after the game, baby. So somebody got to run them laps.
Get that. You're right. Get that water.
Yeah.
Yo.
Shout out to the Greenhouse podcast. Greenhouse Tuesdays, they drop every Tuesday. Faraz and Tyler, you guys want to shout out your days that you guys drop your podcast? You can do so.
For sure. So for the most part, you got it.
All right, yeah, that's the Hoop Plug podcast. You can search us. We're available everywhere. We're dropping weekly, so make sure y'all stay tuned and follow us on IG. That's hoop_plug_. We got some great content coming out, short videos, keeping up with the NBA season and all things sports.
And like always.
Go ahead.
No, you good. I just have to tag in our this is like our, I don't know if I want to call it our mantra, but this is, our go-to saying. Put some flavor in your ear. You feel me?
Okay, we could dig it. We could definitely dig that. I'll rock with that. I like that.
You feel me?
We got Jalen and Asante. Let the guys know, let the people know where to catch you guys every week.
At Demigod Chronicles, the Demigod Chronicles _. We drop every Monday. We do Tuesday playlists with Jay. For those of you who don't know, he DJs as well. Wednesday, my cousin Chris, he does a segment called Wisdom Wednesdays. And then, we got a bunch of content on the page. We started a platform, so we just wanted to give everybody, locally and globally, really a voice and just spotlight things that has to do with us as, young Black men, men of color, all people of color, all genders. And just give everybody a safe space to come, talk about certain things that, aren't really easy conversations. So that's just really what we're about, transparency and accountability as well.
All right. Natrell, you got any special shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to Greenhouse for having me. Shout out to all y'all podcasts, all the viewers watching. Want to show love to everybody. It's nice to see people doing stuff for themselves, not just working for other people. It's nice that everybody's starting their own thing, So shout out to everybody. All love to everybody.
And I really want, real quick, I wanted to say shouts out. I didn't give a chance to say thank you to you guys. Thank you for having us on here. I'm saying? We really appreciate y'all. It's a dope experience. So appreciate y'all. And then shouts out to the Demigod Chronicles. I'll make sure I'm saying that right. For sure.
Shout out to Hoop Plug.
Thank you. I want to extend a personal invite to all of you guys. So, we'll get up after this. And, you guys are more than welcome to come on the podcast and we'll talk details for sure.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Likewise,
I
likewise.
just want to say, you feel me? I appreciate y'all for having us, having me, and yeah, man. Hopefully, we can build from this, and you know what I'm saying, go crazy with this. You know what I'm saying? And I got a record label too. I want to shout out my record label. I got a record label too. So yeah. I got an artist. He's I don't know if y'all ever heard of Turn Up. He's from Passaic.
Yes, sir. Turn Up
Never heard of him?
BBK, my dog.
Yeah,
my guy.
yeah. That's my artist. So yeah, you know, be on the lookout. Wow, my label doesn't have a name yet. We had to switch our name, but we announcing the name very, very soon. So
shout out to Aspen, by the way. Shout out to Aspen. Shout out my cousin Woo.
You Aspen kid? Oh man, I'm uptown, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to
we gonna chop it
Bread too. Master Studios. We plugging inside houses and shit. You know, we got some good stuff over here. We got hats. We got hoodies.
There go that flavor for us.
You feel me?
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
For us.
We got canvas pieces in the working. We got all that. You feel me? Master Studios. Art is art. And yeah, shout out to all you guys for having us. Thank you.
That's fire. That's fire.
Right. I want to give a special shout out to AJ and Reek, co-hosts, and well, they're both hosts of the Greenhouse podcast. No, without these guys, none of this would have been possible. So all this love we seeing right now, right here today, we want to give them a special shout out for trying to put all of this together for us to enjoy and to give you guys entertainment. So with that being said, follow us on Instagram at the Greenhouse Podcast, which is basically at the Greenhouse Po Sports, at the Greenhouse Po. Make sure you keep up every Tuesday. There's new content dropping every Tuesday. Make sure you're on that website. Make sure you're on Twitter as well. We everywhere, baby. We moving.
Yes, sir.
Again.
Word's coming soon too.
When that's the buzzer dropping. That the buzzer drop on Thursday.
Dropping that Thursday. Yeah, y'all ready for that? Y'all ready to see what it is? Okay, let's do it. All right, with that being said, we're signing out.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all.